It's up to Scooby and the gang to help their pals, Bill Nye and Elvira.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, look how tiny her boobs are. Look at that. That's nonsense.
Don't tell them we've gone live yet. Half of the cast right now
I promise, I won't.
looking at
Elvira needs giant boobs. This is
Scoobypedia. They've got a specific Wikipedia just for Scooby-Doo.
Of course.
this is a farce. How do I take a picture of this?
Scout, don't forget to tell your mom.
I did. Actually streaming, or you just said we are, so I just said, or we are. We are going to, or we are.
Look at that, you guys. Look how tiny her chest is.
Episode 28. The Scooby episode.
Yes.
We're inviting Scooby in.
Scooby-Doo is going to finally be here. The title of this episode is All for One. So last time, where were we at last time? You guys were looking into the mines, if I remember correctly. The mines of New Sanctum, trying to see if there was any evidence there of what happened to all the people in the city that you haven't found anywhere in the palace or in the town. Delving in through the mines, you found a lot of tunnels, a lot of ore that had already been mined out and was prepared for shipment to Karenia. And when you investigated the newest tunnel, you found that it had branched off into a different sort of tunnel that connected to many other sorts of tunnels that had a weird translucent slime clinging to all of its surfaces, which were not made by miners. They were tunnels that were created by bugs that had invaded the city. When you finally made your way back out of the mines, you saw a reflective light on a hilltop, and when you investigated, you found Derrik, the dwarf ranger, and the only living person that you've seen in Tarsaria so far. He was riding on his camel Cricket. He told you that the city was attacked by a massive new type of bug creature that just tore open the wall and took all of the people into itself. And he warned you that you would have to flee or suffer the same fate. He was looking for a sailor. He thinks the only real way to avoid inevitable destruction is to get on a boat and get out onto the ocean, where he doesn't think the bugs can come for you. But you don't have any intention of fleeing into the water because you're big, brave, strong heroes. So you told them, we're not doing that. Contacted Karenia, and they told you that they are on the brink of war. So you are currently being led through the Tarsarian wastes, through the desert to the east, further away from the forest and from the nation that you came from, because Derrik has advised you that backtracking through the path that you came from is going to be too dangerous. That place will be overrun with bugs at this point. So you're trying to make a large loop around. And where we left last time was on an argument that the party was having with your new friend about whether or not you should be resting. Derrik is insisting that you continue to move forward. He says it will take 4 days at the least for you to get back to the forest, and he does not want to stop in any of that time. So from there, you've got him on the camel, the rest of you about him. He's insisting on moving forward, but you're all, from what I remember, pretty adamant about not just continuing on forward. What would you like to do?
What time of day is this at the moment?
You saw him. It was the sun was setting, and that was how he was able to catch that light and reflect it back at you. So it'd be early night. So the sun is down. It's dark enough now, but it hasn't been dark for very long.
Well, in my opinion, the bugs seem to be traveling more during the day.
I think we have to rest, and maybe we can get some more information as to why Karenia is on the brink of civil war and if our presence is needed right now. Unfortunately, there isn't, unless there is something we can actually do to stop the situation. Uh, I think our presence might be needed here and see if we can find Kriv and their family and maybe resolve the issue with the hobgoblins and all of them who are also under siege. And at least that way, if we do have to go to Karenia, we might have an army at our back.
All hell sure seems to be breaking loose here.
I agree. Yeah, we should. Before we go to rest, you should send that. Oh no, you're gonna do it in the morning. Send that letter to Father Gregor.
That is correct. I can't. I don't have any. I don't have that spell
Yeah.
attuned today.
We need a nap. That's the problem.
All right.
I can do one more though.
You can do one more. Didn't you do two already?
Oh, did I? Oh yeah, because we send it to the camps. Well, they're not helpful either.
Yeah. No. All right. I'll take first watch since I'm the one that takes the least time to fully rest.
Derek, frustrated, will say, I'll be taking the watch.
I'll stay up with you for a little while.
You don't need to do all of the watch, Derek.
You don't know what you're looking for.
Teach us.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
right?
You can teach us. I'm a hunter as well. I'm a ranger.
Sometimes an extremely fatigued person is actually worse than sleeping.
All right. I'll watch with... what's your name again?
Arvistan.
I'll watch with Arvistan.
If you show him what we're looking for here, he'll stay over his watch when you go to sleep, and he can show us, at least vaguely.
All right. Sleep quickly, please.
Sure.
I can take third watch.
Third watch. All right. We'll go for 2. Gophers.
All right. Let's start it out.
All right. Derek's going to sit atop his camel Cricket on top of her hump and have the camel just sleep there, curled up on the ground next to you. Derek says not to build a fire, but just to huddle up next to his camel, who should be able to provide enough warmth and block the wind so you could stay warm overnight, as long as you have blankets and that sort of thing.
Okay, but is Shell gonna get in on it?
No.
Oh.
Shell wouldn't be doing that.
No, come on, Shell. Cuddle pile.
Shell's going to fluff up, get some feathers sticking out and hunker down into a little ball. Draw her head in, her neck really tight and close. And fluff there. She might let Luna come over there, but probably not any of the rest of you. Arstan, where do you want to post up?
I will be looking the opposite side from where Derek is looking.
Okay. He invites you to come up on the Cricket with him.
I'll be up there with
Or
him.
just
He'll
sit side
be
by
looking.
side.
Yeah, he'll be looking like a right side. I'll be looking on left side or something like that.
Sure. He'll ask you, what have you come here for? Why are you here?
Well, we were on a mission from Krania, and about there's an iron shortage over there, so we came over here to figure out what was happening and all that stuff because they needed over there. So we just came over and did the trip to see what was happening.
There is no shortage of iron. They've got plenty if they want to come and get it.
Yeah, but you know how people on diplomacy and high society are. They just send peasants like us, or peasants, or you know what I mean.
I don't really know what you mean. I'm not a high society person.
Yeah, me neither. But this is all the fancy talk that I hear everybody else talking, so I'm probably just don't know what I'm talking about.
Seems like you are maybe a ranger too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Or at least I try to be.
What is your land that you defend?
Kraken's pools,
I
bottom
don't.
of the ocean.
Bottom of the ocean. What is? Why do you
Yes.
need to defend this place? There's no one there.
That's what a lot of people think, but there's a lot of people, then a lot of my race down there, and really bad monsters around there as well.
You have. There are bugs in the ocean.
Something similar to bugs, yes, but bugs, not really.
Well, what
Not
is?
mosquitoes like over here.
I don't mean mosquitoes. What kind of bugs are you talking about?
We got sea serpents and stuff like that. Sometimes we get really big fishes that just wants to eat you just cause. So sometimes it's pretty scary.
The sound doesn't sound like bugs.
I mean,
I
it's
know what the
bugs
fish
for
is.
us. They're bugs for us,
I
and
see
like
you mean like a
in my
metaphor.
country. So in your country is different.
Our bugs are not natural. They're not animals like big fish.
So what? Can you please explain what are they? How they look?
Monsters, not something from the natural order. They come from somewhere else, magic or something. I don't know.
Has anybody found out where this magic weird stuff comes from?
Nobody says. They don't tell the rangers, at least. They don't care. I don't care where they come from. I just try to keep them away.
And shouldn't you care a little bit just to know how to defeat them or stop them from coming out?
I knew how to defeat them and how to stop them.
And what happened?
They're different now.
Like how different? Like a lot different, or just a little different?
There never was a judge before. That's a different thing.
The judge is this giant thing that you were telling us about, right?
Yes.
And then the judge is just a bunch of people together, or does it have a mouth, a face, or eyes? And you said multiple eyes and multiple mouth, but it's just people together, or is there a brain to this judge?
I only saw it from afar, so I'm not sure exactly how it's made up. It's very big. Sort of a general shape of like a bug. Massive legs help to pull it forward. But I don't know if it has a brain or many brains.
Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. And compared to the city, how big was it? Was it the same size of the city?
Not quite as big as New Sanctum, but maybe 20% the size.
Okay. So that's pretty big. Okay. And what did they the other people that were riding them, or riding it, or the hunters that were with the judge, what do they look like? You said that you've never seen them before.
He'll take a long, quivering breath, like a deep breath, and then he'll slowly exhale it out to try to calm himself. If you look over at him, his hands are starting to sort of quiver just from talking about it. He says, You'll see soon enough.
Why are you sure we'll see it soon enough?
He points.
Are they coming over?
He says, How good can you see in the dark?
About like 60 feet from here.
Can you see over there?
Uh, do I have to do a
Perception,
check?
yep.
$18.
You see where he's pointing. You'll have to kind of squint a little bit because it's further than 60 feet. But it's not totally dark out here. There's a little bit of starlight filtering in that kind of illuminates the sand in front of you. You got to kind of turn around too because you were facing the opposite way. So you got to twist your waist around to be able to see in the direction that Derek is pointing. There are sort of like mounds of sand that are shifting. You can see that they kind of lift up in this like little pile that kind of shifts forward, and then in a trail behind it, they kind of sift in a little bit into themselves to make like a wake.
Can I figure out if they're heading towards ourselves or they're just running around?
They're really far away and they're not coming directly towards you. And Derek will explain to you, they're going to the city.
Oh, they're going to the city? Why do they keep going to the city when there's nobody or nothing over there?
You left signals. I knew you were in the city from the sounds that you made.
What type of sound did we make that it alerted you that we were there? Just no, just so we can know next time to not make them.
The way you walk, when you step on the ground, sends vibrations. And the hunters are more sensitive than me, even.
Ah, so how should we be walking to not send these vibrations?
You have to be very careful. Cricket is pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that. Like Cricket walks different from like a regular horse or any other animal I've seen.
It helps a lot to cover your tracks when you're walking with something that knows how to walk in the sand. For you, it could take weeks, maybe months to train you to know how to do it properly. So our best bet is just try to stay ahead of them.
Okay, and can you watching them? They're just going to the city. You don't think, since we're not moving, they're not gonna come towards us?
There's no need for them. They know a place where you were, and they'll find your trail there.
Okay, and will they find our trail over to where we are, or you just cover our trail better?
They'll find us eventually.
How long do you think it'll take for them to find us?
If we had kept moving, they would not have found us. But at this rate, maybe 2.5 days.
2.5 days. Okay. And you say to get out of here, we have 4 days ahead?
If we move non-stop.
Gotcha. Is there any way that we can like guide them towards a different route? Like, catch their attention to go a different route from where we are headed out right now?
If you're willing to sacrifice someone.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I mean, and I turn around. You see that snake girl over there? I think she hates me. But I don't know. Maybe I will like just knock her out and just leave her there and we keep on going. But so far she's been good to me lately, so I'll let you know about that in a couple of days.
He'll turn to look at Hajite when you point at her, and he'll see that some of her clothing is, Tarsarian. She's clearly from around these parts. And he'll cry. He silently cries. It doesn't take him any effort to do it anymore. So he just gets these big wet tears well up in his eyes and just run down his face.
Why are you crying? What happened?
I was not supposed to abandon them.
But you were afraid, right?
I couldn't do anything.
Well, sometimes doing nothing is the best option to survive. So don't be so hard on yourself.
Survival is not part of my creed. The Rangers aren't supposed to work towards their own survival.
So you're telling me that you would sacrifice yourself for anybody else?
I didn't do it before. I don't know if I could do it anymore.
It's okay. It's understandable. You don't have to be ashamed about it. We all have moments like that in our life. And further up ahead, we can always make it up by doing something else.
He'll say, we took a vow. He'll pat on his camel Cricket.
What type of vow?
And he sits up straight, straighter than you think he could. You haven't seen him put that sort of posture on. He kicks his head back, puts his nose a little bit too far in the air. He's his chin up, so show a lot of pride. He says, raises his right hand. I dedicate my life to the preservation of New Sanctum, to its people, and to the lands that surround her. As soon as he's done, he'll slink back down again.
Ooh, that was pretty intense. I like that. I like that. That's pretty awesome.
It was a lie.
I mean, you don't have to say that it was a lie. I mean, things happen. People get scared. There's nothing you can do about that.
Make a persuasion check, Arvistan.
I rolled an 11, but I got a -2, so that's 9.
Okay.
Oh God!
Conversation's over.
All right, good talk. just remember what I said, okay? Okay.
Just keep your eyes open.
I will. I'll keep looking out for those moving sands like you just showed me.
You'll go for the rest of Arvistan's watch, however long you guys need that to be. Who was the next person that was going to get up? Ajite?
Yeah.
Okay, Arvistan, are you ready for your trance time?
All right, trans. I go and cuddle up with Luna, and I go into my trance state.
Is there anything you want to impart to Hajite before you start meditating?
Yes, I told her what I saw and to keep an eye for like wavy thingies. It's not a mirage or anything like that. It's just the bugs just passing by.
Wow. It's just the bugs passing by.
Yep. Just don't scream,
Oh god.
and we'll be good. They're ignoring us right now, so we should be good for now.
I'm
And
never
and
freaking prepared.
yeah, I know. Good luck. And I go into trance.
Okay.
Oh, shit out of this guy.
Derek is still awake. He's still in his spot on top of his camel, looking out. You can sit here if you want.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna sit here. I like being higher.
Do you know how to look with your eyes?
Shit. I don't. I mean, I guess. What in particular am I looking for?
If you see anything, you tell me. If you can't trust your eyes, you can use your other senses. Use your nose, your ears, if you can.
I have ears.
Just remember that if there's trouble, you have to get away.
Just away.
Right. We can't win the fight.
We won a few fights.
Can you tell me about them?
Well, most prevalently, it was as if giant centipedes had come out of the ground.
I see. Scavengers I found?
Sure. I don't know enough about them. I know they're poisonous.
They're not warriors.
That's unfortunate. We took care of 3, 4.
It's still impressive.
2 of us got paralyzed, though.
But you survived. This is an important thing.
Right. So what are these warriors?
They're larger than the scavengers, better armored, and better armed.
Like, weapons?
They have great claws on their front legs and a large pair of mandibles on their head.
Do they have any sort of, I don't know, special ability? Or do they, wait, do they shoot acid?
You've heard stories then.
I've seen the effects. I picked up a melted helmet. That was unpleasant.
It is more pleasant than if the head was still inside.
Unfortunately, I won't know if that guy had his head inside it. Everyone's gone.
Yes. Is your family here?
Sort of. I don't talk to them anymore.
Maybe they left.
See anybody leave?
And not in a long time, but if you haven't seen them for a while, they could have left years ago.
Maybe. Well, if they're still alive, I guess. How long have you seen bugs in the area?
Don't see them too often, really. Some rangers go their whole career and never see one.
So, before everything happened, you weren't seeing like a flourish of them for a while?
I had seen one, a scavenger like you. It was dead. I found its body in the sand. Looked like it had starved. This was many years ago, though. I was so excited. Told my superiors the location. They asked so many questions. I got to fill out reports. My name goes in the history books.
That was very exciting for you.
Most of the time, I just ride around with Cricket all day and nothing happened. I miss it.
Yeah, it wasn't too exciting to come back to something like this. Feels very gross. Very unknown. But
It's,
I've been gone a while, so I guess can't expect too much, right?
you could expect better than this.
Well, with everything I knew about bugs, it was like we found a post just outside the forest, and it was a mess. And unfortunately, the closer we got to the city, there were more and more tunnels underground, which was the reason we were making so much noise. We fell into a couple of them.
Did you see anyone in the tunnels?
I personally didn't go down. But they didn't mention anyone down there. I mean, it was dark.
Oh, you were right not to go in.
We did go into the mines. There was a tunnel in the expansion. That was clearly a bug tunnel. That's where I found that helmet.
Right. So there really is no one else.
Nope. There was not a soul, and we looked everywhere, including the castle.
Well, soon we can get to a boat, get off to this place, and then at least we'll know that this many people survived.
Do you think that the people that are with the judge are salvageable?
I can't think that. If there's something that who would save them, it means they suffer greatly.
I mean, according to you, they still move.
It is not the same.
Well, that's awful, Derek. But unfortunately, I don't feel like I can just give that up. So I'll probably be coming back.
So nothing I can say to make you leave and not return.
No.
He'll turn and look away from you and look back in the direction that he's watching. And he'll say, "Then I failed again."
You have your own sort of honor code. I've left these guys for way too long in the first place. I can't say that I'm still actively looking for things.
You can make a perception check.
So it doesn't seem like I'm just not looking with my eyes. I'm looking with my heart. Perception. 16.
You don't see anything. So your watch is, thankfully, rather uneventful. But you could see that Derek is a little more relaxed. Since he and Arvistan already saw the pursuers that are going to be coming for you, he has sort of a perception of the amount of time it's going to take them to get to you, and he doesn't think that they're going to be coming very soon.
All right.
At least not during this watch.
Well, maybe he should have been awake for the second two. That's unfortunate.
Oh, he's not going to sleep.
Oh, Derek.
Who's out for third watch? I think there's one more, right?
That would be me.
Ajite, anything you want to impart to Ravi at the end of your watch?
Well, so according to him, there's like 3 different kind of bugs, right? There are warrior type ones, and those are the ones that shoot acid, and they have claws, and they're fast, and they have better armor than the other things we fought. So, if you see anything that's not the previous things we've seen, panic, probably.
I don't know if panicking will do us any good, but I will be sure to wake you up at least.
Yeah. Also, he's up there and he's really sad, so it's super awkward sitting there with him sometimes.
I mean, he has a good reason to be sad, I suppose. I'm going to try to get him to go to sleep, but I don't think he'll listen.
Yeah, that ship's probably sailed. Other than that, I was told to look with my eyes, which is not.
Is that like a euphemism for something in your culture that you look with something else? I don't know.
No. What?
I don't know. Like it just what does look with your eyes mean? Like what else would you look with?
I don't know if this is helpful, but he said if you can't see with your eyes, to see with your other senses. Just a heads up.
I got it.
If an eye check fails, you can make an ear check. I'm unsure.
I'll give it a shot.
Cool. Good night.
I will nod to Hazote as I head towards Derek.
Yeah. He's up on a camel, staring out in the same direction he's been staring for hours now.
You should get some rest.
I can't. There's no way.
Our friend Arvistan, who is also a ranger, has some magic abilities that he needs to sleep to get back. If you have any magic abilities, they might be useful in our travels going forward.
They won't be any help to us. When I close my eyes, I get less rest than when I'm awake.
At some point, I might have a spell to help you with that. Unfortunately, I don't think I do at the time.
Spells? What spells do you think?
I mean, I know that there's a sleep spell, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to learn it.
I've thought about it. Sometimes there are certain kinds of cactus in the desert that you can brew the right way or the wrong way, and to help yourself sleep so you don't wake up.
I mean, if the intent is to wake up after like 10 hours, I would say go for it. If the intent is to never wake up, I would say don't go for it.
There's not much reason to be awake anymore. I was hoping to save people that I hadn't seen. If there was anyone that was outside the city, in one of the villages nearby. But you're the only people I've seen in months. So I guess I was waiting for you.
Well, here we are.
So you are from Korenia, right?
That is correct.
So you understand how important it is to get you back there.
I'm trying to figure that out myself. Unfortunately, just knowing that a war is coming is vague and kind of unhelpful. It seems like the whole world is in turmoil. Unfortunately, at the moment, Corina is on the brink of war with something, or maybe itself. The tribes of the mountains have been driven from their home by some sort of creature beings that we don't know a whole lot about, and then obviously Tarsaria and New Sanctum is in ruin. It's not good for most of the world, I'm afraid.
I don't know exactly what problems other countries are dealing with, but I feel confident in saying that this one is worst.
I would agree.
We can still save lots of people. Korenia is on the ocean. They have lots of big boats there. Can evacuate.
Do you think this creature is going to leave the deserts of Tarsaria?
The bugs have taken everything and everyone. There's no one else to take. They'll find something else. If they have to move farther out, then so be it.
And you're certain there is no way to fight against this?
If you had seen what I had seen, you'd know it's impossible.
Unfortunately, I don't necessarily know if I can afford to deal in the impossible.
If you had some way to beat it, it would have to be something impossible.
Maybe it is my faith, but miracles can happen, and perhaps through the guiding light of Freyhor himself, he will see us through.
Well, yes, I heard there are some people still in Korenia that worship old gods. Uh, Stay, that's good for you. That will help you, I think. Sometimes I wish I could be like that.
He has blessed me with many gifts so far, and I hope that I can return those gifts in helping as many people as possible.
Well, I also want to help people, help you and your friends. So we can both help them if we get out of here. Then you can go back to Korenia and help all the people escape.
I have a spell called Walk on Water, which we use to not disturb the ground coming into the city. Do you think it would help throw off the track of these creatures?
I've never used it before. I don't think it would hurt.
Okay, thank you.
I'll have you make your perception check, Ravi.
16.
All right. You feel pretty confident that you keep a good watch for those last few hours, but you don't see anything disturbing the ground either. And at the end of that, it's time for everyone to wake up and get going.
Get some good sleep, Criv.
Hey, I'd be useless without using a spell to see in the dark, and I don't want to use a spell after I've just slept, and someone called dibs on the early watches. Not my problem.
I'm sorry.
Shell stretches out her neck. She keeps her eyes closed and she does a big yawn with her beak wide open. And she sort of lazily kicks out one leg and kind of pushes Luna. Not hard enough to damage her or hurt her in any way, but she kind of flips up on her back and her legs go kicking up in the air for a second. And then she quick rights herself and her ears perk up and she turns. She's got sand all on the side of her head. She does a big shake and knocks most of it off.
Shell woke up and chose violence today.
Get up, you lazy.
Derek eats a piece of a cactus, and he takes a large chunk and gives it to Cricket as well. Sort of moans and then slowly chews on it.
I will send my message to Father Gregor.
What is the message?
Father, New Sanctum is destroyed. Everyone's missing. Bugs may have taken them. Created an amalgamation of victims, creating a super bug.
Yeah, so his response will say, Ravi, glad to hear you survived. That sounds terrible. Blessings of Freyr go with you. See, I'm up to 15 now. Got 10 more. Karenia is invaded. People are scared. Come back soon.
You would
Love is last word.
There you go.
you would think they would say who is invading them, but none of them have said it.
What did he say, Robbie?
He said that Karenia is invaded, and that is who the forces that are taking Karenia are, and that people are scared. He didn't mention who they were, though.
Well, I got a spell slot. You want me to text him back?
I don't necessarily know if it matters. If they're being invaded, they're being invaded, and
Invaded by what?
Yeah, we should
Or
at
who.
least, or who?
Hmm.
Yeah, would be nice.
What if
to
it's
know.
the mountain people? Or mountain whatever that decided to climb down the mountain and do whatever.
True,
I
true.
also choose violence today.
I mean, it could be. I unfortunately don't have any
Would be.
answers.
Well, then we best be going then.
I will cast with my second third level spell, Walk on Water, which will allow all of us to hopefully lose them for an hour until it wears out.
Oh shit, Robbie, we didn't think this through.
What?
If I sent the message, he would have used that twice.
I have two helpful things potentially of Pass Without a Trace, which feels like it's cheating, but I also don't know why it wouldn't work to at least break the trail of like following us. I know it won't undo whatever we've already left, but
Yeah,
I have
but
that, and I can also turn into a camel if camels are for some reason way better at this than we are.
True.
yeah,
Like
but
these best
the thing,
tracks. I don't know.
the thing that Derek told us was that like it doesn't matter. It's the way that we're stepping that is emitting the waves in the ground, and it's following us. So casting Path Without a Trace won't actually help us at all if we're still sending
you
the
know
same
that?
amount of vibrations into the floor.
Do you know that? It says leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
That's
Silence, a veil of shadows and silence radiates you, masking you and your
Is that for
companions
me?
from detection.
Thanks, baby.
hmm.
It could also, if
Yeah,
I
I
were to
could.
be a camel, someone could like ride like Cricket and Derek, and then that's two less people to be stepping.
True, true.
I know it's not everybody, but if less is helpful, it's not like it's something I can do all day, but if
Yeah,
it's important, I can do it for like 5 hours? Up to 7 if I don't need to do anything else ever.
how the question is how far will we be able to get in 5 hours? So let's say 5 hours. Robbie has one more. It's Walk on Water. That'll be one for 1 hour, right, Robbie? So
Correct.
that'll be 6 hours. In 6 hours, we could be like a pretty good distance away from where we stopped and rest. So I would think that we can cast camel riding part after pass without a trace.
Well, it's just yeah, I know it's not going to undo anything and it's only going to last so long, but if it breaks up the trail that they're following that we're leaving, that could
Yeah,
give us more time.
yeah,
I'm fine with us using spell after spell after spell, and then trying to rest. So if you do Pass Without a Trace, I do Walk on Water. You do Pass Without a Trace. I don't know how many spell slots, how many times you can cast that a day. And we,
If assuming I can cast it higher level, it's a second level, but if I can cast it higher than that
Yeah.
to just waste my third levels, I can do that 5 times, and I can be a camel for, I think, 2 hours. I a little bit mix up that number, but I think it's 2.
I mean, so that gives us 9 hours of significantly less
Yeah,
detection.
that's we can totally do that, and we can like cover our tracks very well.
I know
Okay.
we still presumably will have to try to rest part of the day because of the heat, and also he said we aren't allowed to make water, so that sucks. But yeah, that should help in theory. I don't know. I'm not the expert here. I'm just throwing
I
out
think it
stuff.
will. I think it will help us.
Whatever you're going to do, make sure you do it quickly. We need to get moving.
Stay in beast shape. Number of hours. Half your druid level.
I think, Kriv, I think that you should go first. I think your pass without a trace is probably more effective than my walk on water.
Okay. Also, I think this looks like I can be a camel for 4 hours. I think it's 2 charges of 2 hours each now. Math is hard, but okay. Yes, I can do pass without a trace.
All right. So, is that the plan? Start out. Crave will cast the spell to give you all a huge bonus to your stealth checks, and you will not be able to be tracked without magic.
Yeah.
With that, I'd like everybody to make a stealth check moving forward.
Because last time it didn't work because they could still see us, but they can't see us this time. Hopefully. Oh. So that is a plus 10 to stealth checks for everybody.
18.
23.
I'm sad.
35.
29.
Looks like I tripped. Hey, if you
Okay.
turn into a camel, 2 people can ride you, and I can ride with Cricket.
Oh, that's true.
We'll be on camels.
I feel like we shouldn't do it all at the same time, though.
No, I think we're going to try to spread it out as much as humanly possible.
Yeah,
Mhm.
whenever
Yeah.
we run out of spells, we can do the camel.
Assuming we would be faster on camel.
Would I need less water if I was a camel?
If you were a camel for a long time, you would need less water, but I would think that your dehydration would catch up to you as soon as you turn back into Kriv.
That's fair. Trying to think of all the
That's a
ways
good
I
point.
can
Imagine how dehydrated you would be, though.
That's a good point.
I
You
just
suck-
die.
You just shrivel up like SpongeBob.
All right. So, with the combination of Pass Without Trace being cast multiple times, and Kriv transforming into a camel for certain stretches of this, carrying Ravi and Arstan on their back, and Ravi casting Water Walk at certain intervals. This all gets split up in different ways as you go on through the day. You spend most of that day moving slowly, but without attracting attention. And Derrik is impressed that you guys are able to use this combination of magic and your innate skills and Arvistan and Hachite, who aren't really doing anything, to make it all this way pretty well. And at the end of that day, he'll encourage you guys to take another rest. He thinks that your method is pretty effective. So, for most of the day, you're heading east and then cutting north to make kind of a U-turn, a wide U-turn around to eventually go back west and head towards Karenia again. at least back towards the forest. From there, you can make whatever decisions you want to make. But Derek is insisting that you get to the edge of Tarsaria and go back where you came from. So you'll get sort of midway through that curve. I'd say, well, maybe a little bit further, like 3/4 of the way through that U, before you start heading back in the other direction again. Night will fall again, and Derek, for the first time in months, will sleep.
Whoa.
So who's watching on the second night? You gonna do the same setup you were doing before, or?
Hey, Greg, you need extra sleep?
If I use all my spells, I legitimately cannot see. So I was going to offer, and then I was like, oh, wait, nope, I still need magic to do that, and that's a second level. So
Oh, it's a second level? Boo.
yeah, I'm live now. Yep, good night.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go on the same watches as before
Okay.
to be safe. And this night passes pretty uneventfully. For the most part, as you're looking, you don't see anything, but you will hear tossing and turning behind you that Derek is wrought with nightmares. He doesn't sleep well. And he does.
Hang on. It's sort of my thing. Can I
Sure.
use a spell called Calm Emotions on him?
Tell me what it does.
You
Puts it
attempt to
down.
express strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius centered on you, chosen within range, make a charisma saving throw. If the creature chooses to fail the saving throw, it wishes. Also, if the creature fails, it chooses one of two effects. You can suppress any effect, like Charmed or Frightened. When the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creature. Oh no, I don't think it's going to work. About creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. With the indifference, the target, if the target is attacked or harmed, then it goes back to being hostile.
So I would say you can use that to sort of quell his nightmares. The only problem we have with the Calm Emotion spell is that it's a concentration spell that lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
So we could stop him. We could give him 1 minute of restful sleep. But
Yeah, I don't think that's worth a second level spell.
Not even an hour? That's so
not
sad.
quite long enough.
Yeah, that is. No.
What are you going to do with that spell, Robbie?
It's for a fight.
It's meant for combat, and like if you get hit with that charm spell, like if you're inside that tent and that guy had actually hit you with that charm, I could negate that with my spell. That's what it's meant to be used for.
Ah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so for Derek, it doesn't help him. You just kind of have to look on as he tries to sleep desperately, and he's not really successful. Any sleep he does get doesn't benefit him in any way.
So a thought came to mind. What if I... Never mind, he wouldn't sleep. He wouldn't sleep well. I was like, what if I gave him Illyra's potion? But you don't sleep well on that anyway.
That'll exhaust him even more.
Before we all went to sleep,
Sure.
I would ask Kazute, would it be possible for you to reach out to somebody, seeing as how we've made it through the night, and you haven't used any of your spells, to see if you can contact either Illyra or Ziella or even Father Gregor and see who's attacking? So
Before we went to sleep, yeah, I definitely wanted to do that, but I forgot that I wanted to do that.
Sure.
That's why I'm bringing it up before we go to sleep.
God, am I allowed?
First question, who do you want to contact? Second question, what do you want to say? Your text message can be 25 words for free.
Did you want to talk to Father Gregor again?
I mean, I'm fine if we don't contact him. We just kind of need the information. If not, I'll contact him in the morning and ask him if nobody responds to you.
I got 2 spells, and one of them I think we should see if Lyra has at least any advice. She is nearby. And Perhaps Father Gregor. I don't think Ziel is going to be super helpful. She sounded annoyed.
Fair enough.
And I can't think of anybody else. Bueller? Peanut Gallery? Got anybody?
Not
I can't.
me.
I can't think of anyone else either. Yeah, what's Intoxica gonna do?
Lots of people, but who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters!
clearly a traveling performance group.
If it helps, I was thinking of them too, and then I was like, where they are?
Where the hell are they? Meanwhile, they're traveling to Tarsaria.
They're like on the other continent or something. Just like
Okay, so one's gonna be, I would say, yeah, we'll do Father Gregor, and then we'll do Illyra.
All right.
Oh, just respond to me anyway.
What's the message to Father Gregor?
What do you think, Robbie? We're gonna ask about what's going on there.
Yeah, just
Special you want to say to Father Gregor?
not at the moment. No, just general. Who's occupying the city?
All right, guys. Anything? Anything that might be helpful?
Not really. Like, we need to, like, to let us know as much information as they can give us about who is attacking, why are they attacking, or what they are going for attacking Karenia. Like, if they're going to a specific place or something like that.
Okay.
is it worth telling them that there is iron? It's just we can't bring any, and like we can't fight these things necessarily.
And we might die all the way there to get the iron.
Could be unnecessary right now. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
They're starting a war. They probably want non-wooden weapons.
That's true.
They might prioritize all this out
That's-
here a little bit more if they can.
That's very true.
Yeah, but
We
how
also
are we
didn't
gonna
like grab
take the
extra
iron?
weapons and put them in our pockets. That probably would have been helpful, but
Well, we got all paranoid because we don't have a horse now.
it's true.
Yeah, exactly. And like, how are we gonna take all this?
A horse.
Iron.
I have a slingshot.
Ew.
And Crib's pocket full of ammo.
For both of us. We gotta
Yeah. All right, so we're going to ask. I'm gonna start with Father because I'm gonna be all.
Sure.
Okay. Father, what exactly is causing a war? Motives? Where they come from? Who is attacking? Do you need us right now?
Says 21.
That's good. I don't need anything else. I can't do anything in 4 words.
He says, attacking from south. Rumors are from mountains or internum. Sorry, don't know more.
Oh, shit.
Internum, what's internum?
Internum's sort of an isolated nation, the southern part of the continent. It's surrounded by mountains on all sides.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's-
Thank you.
theoretically where the people attack or whatever attacking the mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So it's,
Wow, they're really causing freaking chaos.
They really are.
That's a long
Okay.
way to go.
What'd you say?
So they
So-
pass.
Just saying that's a long way to go.
Could finish out his message to say, though you didn't ask, now's the time to get the information. Not in the city.
Oh.
Town further south.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys, it ain't there yet.
Okay, so they're not there yet. Okay.
Okay, any questions other than the obvious for Alira? So,
ASL.
what's going on? What? I'm just gonna say, what's up, homie?
What's up, babe? How you doing?
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
I noticed you haven't sent a letter back. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. Uh, we definitely want to talk about what's going on. Perhaps ask for advice. Anything else, friends?
Maybe inform her of the giant amalgamation thing. She is wise in the ways of magic.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Oh, shit.
It's her true form.
Part of me just thinks that, like, she created the bugs in the first place. That's what just keeps coming to mind. Like, she made them all. She just made them. But, anyways. Regardless of that, she's still my girlfriend. You know, gotta accept different things about people. Okay, so we will say... It's a lot of information that I'm trying to cram in here. Complete overridden bug infestation in Tarsaria. Definitely going to move south. Giant human cluster into a bug. Extremely dangerous. Help. Got any advice?
Got 4 more words if you want them.
How's Karenia for you?
Let's see. So this is Alira's going to have to respond to this with her own 25 words. She'll say, sounds thrilling. But dangerous means you should leave. Come back to me. We'll find a way to destroy them. There are other great powers.
That's deep.
Oh boy.
Looks like I got somewhere I gotta be, you guys. You wanna come with?
Last time I did that, it didn't go so well.
Oh, it's okay. We're not in my own personal dream world this time. Sorry about that. You could have died.
That's true. Whatever her dark entity friend is could have 100% killed me. You're correct.
Whew. Right.
I mean, and honestly, aside from the being persistently cursed, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, you know, it's a constant wound. It's okay.
Maybe you should have asked about that, actually.
Oh, it's okay. It was in my letter.
Oh.
I might get a snake back. Who knows?
Get there eventually.
It's not time important.
Yeah, not at all. Not at
fine.
all.
You could always take another sip before bed and have a whole conversation with Alira.
That's true, but I might wake up worse.
Wake up with a max HP of 7.
Ah. It did hurt me less. Maybe she was just like, I could. Let's just make it sting for him a little bit more. Yeah, bad idea. We're in the desert. Maybe when we're not in the desert.
We were in the desert when you did it before.
No, I know, but now I'm terrified. Wasn't scared before. We've learned. We've all learned. We've grown in coming here, I think.
We've all been traumatized as a group.
I don't like it. Don't really feel like passing out forever. It went so well last time. I ended up falling from the sky. Cool.
That might have been worse if you were awake, though. To be fair.
Very true. I probably wouldn't have been taken if I were awake, though.
Fair.
Guys.
What were we talking about?
Regardless, we went to bed.
Time to go to sleep. That's just pillow talk with Kriv and Hajite. Just laying there with their eyes closed, talking to each other while everybody's trying to sleep.
Yeah, that's a beautiful moment right there.
But you will get your rest, and nobody sees anything on their watches. Derrek's got a little smidge of extra confidence in the new day.
Aww.
Since yesterday went better.
I don't know, Derek. Do you have ears?
Yeah, Derek.
Derek.
He'll push back his big mat of curly black hair and show he's got massive dirty ears underneath it.
I should have known.
There's hair growing out from inside of his ears too. Big wiry pieces.
It's real spicy.
You can't keep any secrets from me.
Were you listening to us while you were
I
sleeping?
can hear everything.
Okay, where to?
Now we head back west and go for the forest. We're closer to the old sanctum now, though, so there will be a greater number of patrols. How do you guys want to proceed going forward? Give me the order. So you're probably going to do the same spell camel setup that you had from before, right?
Yeah, the same run.
I cast camel walking.
So what's the order that you guys go in?
The only thing that's concerning about that, friends, what if we get attacked by something this time?
What do you mean?
You guys are wasting some pretty hefty slots for those.
Well,
You
in
see,
theory, I'm not using my 2 high levels until, like, the last ones. But, I mean, have first levels in weapons. Not, like, tapping myself fully here. Personally.
Yeah, it's just I've heard some stories about bugs rougher than the ones we've already dealt with.
yeah, but they're days behind us at the moment. And with what we've been doing, so our traces have been, like, kind of cleared more.
No, you're good. I'm not saying I'm against it, just
No, yeah, I completely understand. And I would say for the next time, just whisper us. That's giving ideas to the DM to mess us up.
Sure. Let me send messages directly to your brain.
Sure.
Yes.
You guys, camels don't seem to be great at combat.
No, they bite
What?
pretty hard, but
I
that's
wasn't
it.
gonna guess that, but
The card is almost entirely blank. It's just that you can bite things.
Nom, nom, nom.
Or hit them. I'm sorry, you can also hit them.
wow.
With your
Most-
head, just headbutt
most-
him.
Most of the modifiers are negatives, however, so absolutely no skill checks.
Oh
That's-
god.
Fantastic.
Unless it's
I do think we should send Derek first, though, if he's going to be the one leading us.
Yeah, and
I'll go last.
once you're in camel form, I'm just gonna like do some bardic inspiration. Hopefully, if something does come, you might have a chance, maybe.
all I gotta do is hit, hopefully. Nothing else.
And that's what bardic inspiration's for.
No dodging, no thinking, no looking. Can't do any of
Bite
it.
only. Bite only.
Bite and hit. I'm not sure what I hit with either, to be clear. I'm not sure if that's like a giraffe thing where you just like slam them with your head for some reason.
You spit, I think. Camel
Mm.
Like
spit,
hoof
right?
kick. Is that a spit? That's not gonna hurt anything.
They don't really have
Good
Wish
hooves,
for
do they?
spit.
Got, like weird
They are
feet.
fast. I'm looking at that. We could go, if there's times where we're all on camels, we can go a little bit faster. Unless we have to be slow for carefulness. I don't know how that works.
We could stampede away.
What is your order of usage of your consumable spells and wild shapes?
I would say water into Pass of Trays into Camel. That's my option.
When are we going to hit the roughest part of the journey as far as number of patrols going by? Because I think we should save Pass Without a Trace to whenever that's going to be. And if that's going to be at the very tail end of the day, then we use it then. If it's going to have the middle of the day, we use it then. That's the way we play it.
Yeah.
Derek,
Yeah, Derek, what's your advice?
It's going to be all of today and tomorrow.
Oh. Oh, guys, we don't sleep. No sleeping.
In that case, I would say we use Pass Without a Trace in the beginning and at the end.
Yeah, since she's
Or we
they're
can try to
gonna
save it
cast
for
it
the
first.
end, because that's the best one. That gives us 2 hours of not invisibility, but the least amount of
Well-
visibility. So they're tracing us, then we disappear.
Okay, but if we start getting, like, actually chased, whatever, camels would probably be the best option.
That's a plot point.
So, like, maybe don't use them right away was the implication.
I think we do walk on water first. We'll do that because I can now do it twice because I didn't cast message today. So we do that twice, and then we kind of see where things are going. If it looks like we're being followed pretty heavily, we do cast out a trace. If they're still on our tail, maybe try it again. If we lose them, then maybe do one round of camel and kind of just play it by ear.
We just gotta remember if they can potentially see us at all, Pass Without a Trace doesn't really do anything. Except maybe to like avoid attracting more.
Can we start with water and then decide after we hear what happens with water?
Yes.
How long does water walk get you? How long does that?
An hour.
An hour. And how many times are you going to cast that in a row? Is that just one hour block?
Oh god, going by hour would be a yikes.
I would say 1 hour if it looks like things are going okay. I'll do a second hour.
Okay. 2 hours of water walk in, and so far so good. You don't think that you've run into any problems yet that you wouldn't have noticed. You guys have been keeping your head on a swivel, looking very carefully, and haven't seen anything so far. What's the plan after 2 water walks?
One Pass Without a Trace.
All right, Crib, that's you. You want to pass without
Yeah.
trace?
Yeah. I feel like we should break up maybe the pass without a trace with the wild shape if nothing, like,
Hmm.
to change, like if nothing happens, since I don't know if it's just me not understanding, but I feel like pass without a trace is more of a confidence of breaking our trail if they can't see us than camel, which might just be lessening it. Because
Go ahead.
no, that I don't know. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I'm thinking that pass without a trace is good from us being detected by them. As soon as they find us in a physical sense, then the camel might be better because it's faster. And then if me and Arvistan are on you, and then Hazate goes on top with Derek, then we can move a little bit quicker and see if we can get out of their immediate line of sight. Then we can do pass without a trace again, and see if we can then kill the trail that way.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little bit what I was thinking, like alternating, like breaking it up instead of like
Yeah,
all pass without a trace, all camel or something.
yeah. Running camel and then like disguising camel is probably for the best. Odds are camel can get out of sight.
For reference, it looks like camels can do about 20 extra feet.
I mean,
All
20
right.
XP per round over an hour is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
We go
Again,
further.
assuming we don't have to like slow step anything. I don't know how that works.
All right. So are we passing without a trace, or are we turning into a camel?
Camel.
If we're breaking it up, I think it's pass without a trace into camel into pass without a trace, right?
Wait, how many times are you cameling?
I can do it for a block of 2 hours twice.
Okay, so I think it should be camel pass, camel pass. Camel
Okay.
distance pass for hiding.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
All right.
Sorry, Crib. I'm sure you're tired.
All right. So that's camel form first. Crave will transform into a beautiful bronze camel.
Ooh, shiny.
As beautiful as a camel could be. But there are beautiful animals. It's all in the lashes, right? That's where you really sell it. It's all the other people. It's just like, don't
I want
worry.
to feed Crib.
Don't think about the lips. Don't think about the humps. Look up here. Crave will do.
My eyes are up here, thank you.
I would like to feed Crib.
What you got for Kriv?
They don't eat meat, do they?
Camels?
I mostly carry meat. What do camels eat?
I hope camels are not
I don't think they're
carnivorous
carnivorous.
anyway.
Shit, I only have meat. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't carry plants.
Grass, grains, wheat, and oats.
I don't have those things.
To be clear, I don't think Kriv, as a person, would want to eat weird pocket meat you've been carrying either. I could
It's-
avoid it.
Magnificent. Judgy.
Derek's been feeding Cricket cactus for
You want
a little
cactus?
while. I can share some with you if you want.
Oh, yes. Take the cactus.
Sure.
It's pretty old. It's like like if
Bush.
you set out fruit for a little while after it's already been cut up, and it kind of gets all wrinkly. It's at about that stage. There's still some juice in there though.
I feel special now that I'm a camel, I guess.
The eyelashes.
You'll get Ravi and Arvistan are riding Kriv, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out with Derek.
Derek will start moving. You go at sort of a slow pace, not that full speed of camel that they're so well known for, how fast they are. Because he doesn't really want to attract attention. You'll move like that for about an hour, let's say. I'd have everybody make a perception check.
I'm scared.
I'm going to as a camel.
I can't see with my eyes.
What's What's a good camel color? Oh, this one.
Oh shit. 10.
Perception?
Damn it.
Oh, why am I looking at my own paper?
18 perception.
Okay.
12.
7.
Oh!
Ooh,
Arvistan
everyone's
will
looking.
be the one that's sort of keeping pace with Derek. He pulls up on the reins a little bit, and Hajite, you'll feel this, that Cricket will slow down and eventually just come to a stop. And Kriv, you're watching Cricket to see what pace you should be going at and the way that you should be moving. And as soon as Cricket stops, you stop also. You all kind of look around, and why are we stopping? Derek doesn't say a word. He just sort of sits up in the saddle, puts his feet in the stirrups and tries to stand. He's a little dwarf, so he doesn't get much more height from standing up in his seat. He stands up there. He kind of swivels his head around, pivots quickly, looking around. And then he tightens up the reins and snaps them. And says, "Hut, hut, hut!" He gets, or when on camels they have the little stick in it, he just sort of smacks the back of Cricket.
Do I need to make dexterity?
Run!
Arsen better have learned his lesson.
That would probably scare the shit out of me.
Shell and Luna, of course, are just running alongside. They don't have their own camels to ride.
No.
Can you imagine, though?
Shell on a camel.
Kriv, what would you do when Derek, Cricket, and Hajite take off?
Sprint.
Oh shit.
So everyone needs to hold on tight. Arvistan, you'll see what Derek saw. There is one of those mounds of sand with the wake behind it, coming up over a dune. It's approaching very close by. And it's just sort of beaming down towards your current position. So you guys take off running.
Oh god, it's a sandworm.
It'll turn to start to like follow you and kind of picks up speed. Luckily, camels are very fast. And it seems to be faster than this burrowing creature that's coming after you. Because as you turn and look behind you, it's sort of slowly fading backwards.
Ooh, keep on going. Don't stop. Don't stop.
So as you watch that disappear behind you, Arvistan, you'll hear Derek up in front scream, "Watch out!" And then I need Kriv and Ravi and Arvistan to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
In between you and Cricket in front of you, the ground erupts. And this massive insectoid creature bursts out of it, a big plume of sand. Not as big as a city, but still, twice as tall as a person, and it hasn't even fully erupted from the ground.
You said a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, you're being... Kriv has to do a quick stop, and you're trying to hold on to the back of Kriv and not fall off.
Okay. I was making sure it was that, not strength.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
Dude,
17.
did you give me bardic inspiration as a camel, like you were saying?
I sure did. I told
Yeah,
you the camel
she
gets
did.
bardic inspiration.
Is that still a D6 by chance?
Yep.
Okay.
I got 17.
All right.
12.
Okay. So, Kriv, you're going to slip and fall over. Armstead, you can hang on. Ravi's going to get tossed off. And the speed at which you're going and the way that Kriv falls and the way that you fall, you kind of get split apart. So we're in like 3 different spots around this thing right now. We've got Hajite and Derek on Cricket up in front. Arvistan and Kriv slid off to one side, and Ravi fell off and slid off into another. I need everybody to roll initiative.
little bit better, 15.
12.
I don't know how initiative bonuses work as a camel, so I'm just gonna say I rolled a 16.
Sweet.
9.
And I need one. Let's see. This will be for Shell. And then I need one for Derek. Okay. Kriv, you're the first to act.
Oh no!
In your camel form, you're prone. You're laying on the ground right now. You slid and fell over to your side, but you can expend half your movement to stand up if you want. Arvistan is on your back.
I will try to stand up.
Okay, you can get up. Arvistan, it just kind of clings on to the side of you as you stand yourself back up, and then he's up. You don't have a saddle since that's not part of transforming into a camel, so he's just sitting bareback. But he hangs on, and he's right there on top of you. This thing is all a mass. It's just a huge plate of chitin. It looks like it's wearing row after row of sheet metal across it. It's got 6 legs. Each of them probably about as thick around as like a young tree. And those are sort of planted themselves into the ground. Half of it's still underneath the ground, so you don't know exactly what happens in the back part of it. It's got one set up front that has massive claws. And they're like sharp and serrated on the edges. And it has a large pair of mandibles up front. Look like they're big enough to pick up a cow. A nice pair of antennae that are sort of flicking around all over the place, sensing the people in front and behind.
While they're thinking, the other one was left behind without a sight.
You ran away from that one and you're out of sight of it. But there's no telling if you lost that one or not.
Okay.
This is a different one.
The trick here is I don't super want to just drop being a camel. So we're gonna do a really dumb thing that is the only option that I feel is available to me currently.
Don't you bite it.
No. I feel like that's not really available if it's literally just like made of armor and I am just a camel with a small mouth. I would like to try to use my breath weapon.
All right. I understand. As you're sitting on Crib's back, all of their hair stands on end. You see little sparks going in between the ends, and all of your. You have hair. You have hair on your head. Is it hair, or is it like something different?
No, it's hair.
That stands
Tentacles.
up too. You feel this surge of electricity go through you. Like as you're holding on to Kriv, it doesn't hurt or anything. You don't feel anything crazy, but you realize that your muscles have tensed up, and you can't let go of Kriv for a second. So that's a saving throw for the bug, right?
I think so. It's been a while.
Okay. I believe it's a dexterity saving throw on a lightning breath weapon.
I have a card somewhere. Dex save, yes. Con mod plus proficiency bonus for me.
It fails on the saving throw.
Oh, nice. Well, okay, so 2d6. There's only one creature visible currently, right?
Correct.
Just hit him, I guess. Okay.
So this whole lightning, you see these little sparks all come over this bronze camel, and then its eyes flash over with purple flash, and it opens it, and a peal of thunder, of lightning, not thunder, a big lightning breath comes out, shoots past. It goes in between Ravi and Derek on his camel.
Can you make that noise again, please?
Camel breath.
Yeah.
It goes. Whoa.
Okay, I'm good.
If that's just a straight roll, unfortunately, that is only 5 damage.
5 damage, lightning damage.
Yes.
Perfect. Anything else you'd like to do, Crib? So you've just breathed lightning as a camel.
That's all I got.
Shot this massive bug. You spent half of your movement. Do you want to move any more?
How close am I to it?
Let's see. It erupted in front of you and sent you reeling off the side. Say you're probably about 10, 15 feet away from it.
Do I remember if that's far enough away for Arvistan to not be at disadvantage?
He's just got to be out of range of its melee attacks.
Okay. Let's stay there then, because I'm sure this thing is faster than me if it wanted to be, and I don't know that backing up would do anything.
Okay.
Plus, I'm a dumb camel with a -4 intelligence, so.
Ravi will be next then.
I am going to summon my spiritual weapon.
All right.
I will use half of my movement to stand, and then I will try to slice it with my spiritual weapon.
All right. Give it a shot.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, we got him.
Done, let's go.
Robbie's been waiting for this. He said, we've gone too many sessions without hitting something. I got all these crits saved up.
That is going to be 22 points of damage.
All right. So Ravi summons Freyr's greatsword to strike in to the side of the creature. He gets it right in between two of those plates and delves into the soft meat on the inside. Kind of makes Crib's attack look a little chumpy, but it had more visual flair. This one's more practical.
It sure did, and more audio flair.
What else would you like to do, Ravi?
That'll be it for my turn.
All right. Shell is next. That's a runaway for Shell. So Shell's going to take off in the direction that you guys were heading in. Not going to get super far, but it's definitely going to get past Derek and Ajite and start heading in that direction. Probably not run out of sight.
I mean, same, Shell. Same.
Next is Arvistan.
So let's see. Does it have a rider or anything?
No.
It's just all covered with metal, right? Metal plates.
It's chitin.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
organic. It's like a exoskeleton.
How about the jaws and stuff like that?
That's all covered in exoskeleton too. Like a bug.
All right. Okay, let's see. Where is it? I'm gonna throw my sword. So first, I roll a sword. It's not gonna hit. I roll a 3.
Okay, so you're throwing. Are you
Sadly,
throwing past the bug in front of you
yes,
to attempt to hit it on the way back? Right.
yes.
Okay, so the sword is out. It missed on the way out.
A miss on the way out, and I got to roll for the one coming back.
On its turn.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll for Lumbo attack on my second attack.
Sure.
That'll be a 13 plus 9. That'll be a 22 to hit.
Yep. Anywhere particular that you're aiming for?
I'm aiming towards the mouth.
Okay. So you fire a bow. No, you don't fire a bow. You fire an arrow with a bow. Straight
Yeah,
at the
I'm not. I'm
bug's
not.
mouth.
I'm not throwing my bow
You've
anymore
learned.
since I got. Yes, and that's gonna be a D8. D8, D8, D8. No, that's not a D8. Where is my D8? Here it is. A D8. That'll be 4 plus 4. That'll be 8 damage.
Okay. You fire a shot from your bow. A sure shot goes straight towards the bug's mouth. And when it hits it, the impact does nothing. You can see for the force of the arrow just splinters it into pieces and it falls down in front of the bug.
So literally no damage at all.
Doesn't do
Technically.
any damage.
Jeez. All right. That'll be it for my turn, and Luna stays next. Actually, I move Luna towards where Rabbit is.
Okay. I'm assuming keeping a distance away from the bug.
Yes.
Sort of arc around. Luna wasn't
Yes.
caught and knocked off by surprise, so it's not hard for her to get over to him. So Robbie will
Yeah.
have Luna join you.
I tell Rabbit. I tell Luna to go over towards Rabbit and keep him company, and that way he has attack advantage and somebody to help him out if the other one catches up.
Okay. Next is Derek. On Derek's turn, he'll say, "Don't let it escape to warn the others." And he'll take out his own bow and fire a shot. But he is going to miss.
Does this creature has eyes?
Yeah, it's got a few.
Okay.
Either side, it's got like 3 eyes of different sizes.
Okay.
The bug will go next. It plants down a few of its legs and rears up, puts its claws off to the side, and hurls out a spray of acid towards Kriv and Arvistan. I'd like you both to make dexterity saving throws. To answer your breath weapon with its own quote-unquote breath weapon.
I don't know if I had anything, but I rolled an 18.
Oh.
I got a 13.
Okay. So Kriv will succeed, but Arvistan will fail. So Kriv, okay, this isn't that bad. Arvistan, you're going to take 14 points of damage. Kriv will take 7.
That'll put me at 32 points.
All right. And it's Hajate's turn to act.
All right. I feel like I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Go ahead.
Oh, heat metal. Am I right? Is this gonna fly?
Heat metal can heat metal. The bug is not metal.
Ah, damn. I was hoping. I had hope. Well, if someone wants to like nail it with a sword, I can
I mean,
help.
it was nailed with a sword once. A magical
Yeah.
sword.
Ooh, I
Gonna
did
stick,
forget.
though.
Just real quick
Gonna
before you take
stick.
your action, Arstan, make that second attack with your boomerang sword. I want to make sure that that gets in.
No, nothing. Natural one.
Okay.
It's
It hits
gone.
him.
Natural. Wait, did you say natural one?
Just
A
keeps
critical
going.
fail?
Oh no.
Yeah. So make it a 2.
You rolled it. You
Which
got
is
a one. You got a one on the die.
Yeah.
Your sword does not return to you.
That's not good.
Got this magical artifact, and you lose it first try.
Someone threw
Now
it in.
we can have
Sink it
Hajate's
in.
turn. What that does do, though, is it leaves a metal sword nearby the bug.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What did you say?
What that does mean, though, is that that sword, while it does not return to Arvistan, does clatter down next to the bug.
Sick. Maybe. Get it to step on it. Alright, well, now I'm sad because I really wanted to do that one. I wonder how smart this thing is. Alright, we'll cast Whisper. I'm sorry, I would like to cast it one level higher, but I don't have it pulled up as the reason.
Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah.
All right. So that will require a saving throw from the bug. A wisdom save. What's your spell save DC? 15. It's going to save.
No! That's sad.
But it still takes half damage.
Alright.
So you rolled it one slot higher at second level.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to roll 4d6 for damage, please.
Oh!
4 6s, huh?
Dude. It's a 5 total.
Okay, so it takes half of that damage, so it will take 2.
Hey, you guys want to see it? Look at this. 3 ones! 3! My god. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna run because I'm on a camel, so, I'm gonna just sit there, I guess.
Okay. So we'll go back to Kriv. So Kriv, you took that. Was it 7 points of damage
Yeah,
to your camel form? How many camel hit points do you have?
I have 8 left.
Okay, perfect. What would you like to do?
It's a good question. I have my options are nothing or melee if I want to stay a camel.
There's run around.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that would do though. Because if I ran up and tried to hit it, trying to back away would provoke opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same. Whatever, I'll try it. It'll just be not a camel quicker.
Okay.
I will go up and try to bite, which also, for the record, that is my only attack. I was misreading it. I can only bite.
The creature looks a lot bigger once you get up close, so when you run up to bite it, you'll see how much it's towering over you. Where do you want to bite it specifically?
Is there literally any part where it even looks feasible? Because I'm imagining this is like those videos of like tortoises trying to bite a full-size tomato, but their head's just altogether too small.
It's kind of like that. You could bite a leg.
Yeah, let's go with that. Maybe it'll do something.
Make an
Let's
attack
try
roll.
I get +5 to hit. So 16.
16 hit. That is a miss.
Okay.
You go for one of the legs and it pulls that leg aside just before you bite it. Are you going to stay there?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Because I'd have to be within 5 feet of it to do that. So I'm going to try to back on up.
That's going to provoke an opportunity attack. Are you okay with that?
Maybe it'll also miss.
All right, let's see.
16 is a miss.
It rolls a 15 to hit. What's your AC as a camel?
9.
Okay. So it strikes out with its mandibles, these massive pincers, and grabs you. I think you still got Arvistan on your back, right?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to leave.
That'll grab you. So you will take 17 points of slashing damage. So the 8 drops your camel, and the rest, the other 9, go onto
Okay.
Kriv, yourself. On top of that, the acid that erupts from its mouth, it sort of barfs a little bit of that onto you, so you take another 4 points of acid damage, and you're grappled. So you run in, attempt to bite the bug and its leg. It pulls its leg away, you miss it. It retaliates your bite with its own bite, uses its massive mandibles to grab you and lift you up off the ground. This will toss Arvistan off to the side. When you're not a camel anymore, he just sort of rolls down under the ground. Okay. Ravi's turn next.
If Kriv and Arvisan are grappled, if I moved behind the creature, do I still get flanking?
I'm not grappled.
Arvistan is not grappled. He is prone.
Okay. Never. Does it work with Kriv then? Because they are still technically on the other side of it.
I'm going to say, since flanking works for the purposes of there being a distraction on the other side, since that is still the case, I'll give it to you.
Okay. In that case, I will attack and Sword will attack. Sword is going to get a 24.
A 24 from the sword will be able to strike it.
Will a 19 strike it with me?
That will.
All right. From the mace, it is going to take 7 points of damage. And then from the magical greatsword, it will take 10 points of damage.
Okay. So that 10 from Freyor's greatsword will get through. You'll see it pierce through. It sort of does like a magical spirit cleanse. So, it doesn't actually break through the creature itself, but your sword goes into it in like an ethereal sense and does some damage. When you strike it with your mace, you bounce off, and you feel a sort of buzz down your arm, like you just hit a solid brick wall.
So, like if you hit the concrete with a bat.
Yeah.
Do I see any parts of the creature around me that aren't covered in armor?
Around you right now, no. If there is anything on this creature that might not be covered in armor, it would have to be underground. We don't see all of the creature yet.
Gotcha. Okay. That will be my turn.
Okay. Then on Shell's turn, she's going to run to the edge of your vision and look back at you like an expectant dog who got scared by something but doesn't necessarily want to abandon everybody. She's going to keep an eye out from over there. Then it is Arvistan's turn. So Arvistan, you've been knocked off of Kriv. Kriv is currently being grappled in the jaws of this great beast.
How far did I get knocked off?
You're right there. You're right on the other side. So you're like 5 feet away from the bug.
Can I grab my sword?
You want to scurry and try to get your sword? You can do that. The bug currently has its attention fixated elsewhere.
So will that take an action to just grab my sword?
It'll take all of your movement to sort of get yourself up, and then you have to, get and circumnavigate around the bug to try to get to where your sword is.
Okay, I'll do that. Grab the sword.
Sure. What else would you like to do?
And then, do I still have a clear sight of its head, its eyes? I want to shoot at its eyes.
You're close enough now that you'll have disadvantage on a ranged attack.
Okay. Will you do Lumbo attacks?
Sure.
With disadvantage. So that'll be roll twice and get the lowest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first one is 16 plus 9. That'll be 25. Second one is 19.
Okay, that one will hit.
All right.
You aim for the eyes. They're very small on the side of its head.
Yes.
But you aim a longbow shot for it.
Yes, and that'll be a 4 plus 4. That'll be 8 damage for the second one. For the first shot.
Fire the arrow. It sinks straight for the eyeball of the creature and ricochets off.
Not even the eye?
Not even its eyes. It's like Superman.
Has this creature taken only damage from Ravi's sword?
And Kriv's lightning breath attack and Hajate's dissonant whispers attack.
So I'm useless in this fight, guys. Okay, alright. I'm gonna use dagger. No, wait, yes.
You've only done one attack, so you have a second one if you want it.
Yes, I'm gonna use dagger. What's my dagger? My dagger is a plus.
You picked up the sword, right? Could you sword
Yeah.
stab? Why are you using your dagger?
Dagger has more damage than the sword.
That's
really
sad.
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing with the boomerang is, plus I would take a roll disadvantage on if I throw the sword.
Yeah, but
so
you're really
it's
close.
not worth.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
what if I
throw
roll
it.
another one?
You're not at a disadvantage with the sword, though.
Yes,
You don't
because
have
I'm
to throw
throwing
it.
It
You don't have to throw. You can just.
it's still
This is all happening in
lower
the
damage.
span of 6 seconds as Hajate is yelling at
Yes.
Arvistan. He's fumbling all his different weapons. She says, "What are you doing?"
Pulls all weapons out of backpack.
Because the sword is a D6 plus 1, and my dagger is a D4 plus 4.
The sword should do a d6 plus 1 plus your dexterity modifier.
Plus dexterity modifier. Oh yeah. Never mind. I'll hit it with the sword. I forgot. I forgot to read the rest of it. I forgot to read the rest of it.
I was like, why you
Oops.
pick that up then?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll roll attack with the sword. That'll be a 13 plus 1. That'll be a 14.
Your attack bonus is more than plus 1 too. You add your proficiency bonus and your dexterity modifier. It should be a plus 7 or so. Or 8, I think.
No, yeah, plus 7, plus 7. Proficiency plus, yeah.
At level 5, your proficiency I think is 3 too, so it should be if
Yeah.
your dex is
It's plus 7 because my dex is plus 4.
Plus
Plus
4. And
proficiency.
then 3 from proficiency, and then it's a magic weapon plus 1. So it's plus 8 to your roll.
Plus 8? Okay. So that'll be 13 plus 8. 21?
A lot better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a
my
hit.
God.
So you
I gotta learn this stuff.
I'm trying to hack into the side of the bug.
Yeah,
with this-
I'm hacking into one of the joints of the leg.
Sure.
And that'll be a D6. Where's D6? This is a D4. What is a D6 at the square one, right? 5.
Yep.
Yes. D6 plus 1 and add dex modifier. That'll be 8. No, dex modifier specifically, so that'll be a 4. So that'll be 4, 4, 8, and 9 damage.
Okay.
Plus 1.
It takes that damage when you strike it with the sword at the base of its leg.
Ah, finally, something.
All right, Arvistan. That's going to be your turn. Luna is
Yep.
next.
Luna is next to Ravi, right?
Was. Ravi approached.
Yeah.
Was. Okay, Luna's gonna rush towards me and attack the same leg I attacked.
Sure.
That will be 1 second. I didn't bring Luna's sheet. Here it is. So okay, let's roll for Luna attack. That hit. That'll be if it's shit. That's even better than me. 15 plus, where is it? Plus 5. That'll be a 20 to hit.
That is a hit. You'll see Luna jump up and wrap her jaws around this leg, snarling and thrashing her head.
That'll be 2d4 plus 5. No, that's not a d4. That's a d8. I'm an idiot. Here we go.
He's cheating over.
Hey, I'm being honest over here, okay? I saw someone like, wait a minute, this is not.
all right, calm down, God.
Yeah, that's 3 and 1. That'll be 4 plus 5. That'll be 9 piercing damage. And it has to do a saving throw.
Well,
But this is too big for being knocked prone.
it
So.
takes no piercing damage. Luna's
Okay.
bite does not break through the armor. So while she's thrashing, it
Okay.
kicks that leg. Luna comes flying off.
Oh!
Luckily, she lands on her feet,
Okay.
so she's all right.
Alrighty. No damage taken?
No damage taken for Luna.
Okay. Alright. That'll be it.
Derrik will cry out, "Don't let it take them!" and try to fire another bow shot. His bow will hit, but not do any damage. And then the mandibles open slightly before clamping again to bite Kriv once more. Oh! A nat 1. Drops you.
Oh,
Yes.
Then it's Hajate's turn.
Wow, dumb bug. Dumb. um. Okay, it dropped him.
Dropped him down.
How tall is it right now?
The bug?
Yeah.
Probably about 12 feet tall.
Okay, so. And Kriv's right next to it.
Kriv, Luna, Arvistan, Ravi,
Oh
all right
god,
next to it.
everyone's right next to it. Guys.
And they've actually, some of them specifically have chosen to surround it in a way.
Okay. How many squares does this thing take up?
Squares?
Feet.
4 squares.
5 foot squares.
Yeah. 10 square feet.
10 by 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll work. Okay. I'm gonna cast Shatter, but I'm gonna cast it into the ground.
Okay. So you're
Assuming it's long. Longer at least.
centering it underneath.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to hit them, if that helps for placement.
Okay. 10-foot radius sphere.
So, like, just...
And it's not somewhere you have to see, so you can target it underground. Do you
Yeah.
want, where do you want the edge of this sphere to be? Do you want that all to be underground? Maybe just a little bit?
Next to it.
We're obviously using, superhero mathematics that people just kind of know. When Spider-Man swings, he's never going to hit the buildings. He just uses calculations for some reason all the time. So you have to calculate all of that.
Yeah, I definitely want it as far up as it can go without me feeling like I'm gonna hit them. So if they're not completely surrounding it, which I'm assuming I'm on a side where people are not, above as I can, but in the bug. As
Okay.
in as I can. The bug's 10 by 10, so assuming...
The center we're going for is underground.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can target just the bug.
Cool. I'm also running that at level 3, by the way.
So that's con save, which it will fail. So at level 3, that's 4d8 thunder damage,
Alright.
which creates a sudden loud ringing noise. Painfully intense.
Does it get like disorientated?
No, it's just very loud. Which, I don't know how relevant that is to you in your
You said 4?
stealthy mission across the desert. 4d8, yeah.
24.
Okay. So Hajite will cast a spell. You hear this loud sound. It shakes the earth around you. You see the sand sort of ripple just from sound waves erupting out from under the ground. Everyone that's there, you don't take the damage, but you all have to kind of grip your ears really quick for a second so you don't hurt yourselves. But it does enough. You hear a screech from the creature, and it collapses. And then, as that ringing, that sort of tinnitus from the shatter spell kind of starts to roll off, and you kind of get your hearing coming back again. Your ears sound a rumbling like an earthquake.
We need to go now.
Yeah.
Kriv, can you transform again?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
All right, let's do it. Let's run away.
Kriv will turn back into a camel. The two of you will hop on. Shell is gone. There's a puff, a shell-shaped cloud of dust where she was standing. Luna takes off running, so you all go off running in this direction. You're being followed by a few of these mound trails underground coming behind you. You'll see some of them will erupt nearby the bug that you killed and start tearing it up.
Ooh, distraction.
And they kind of rip pieces off of it, and then they lurch up on the ground. They sort of puff themselves up and open pouches in their abdomens and start shoving pieces of the bug inside. And it sort of slinks down into their bodies. And then as you're running away, that scene becomes the less interesting one. As the rumbling of the ground gets drowned out by this loud hum that sounds like cicadas. It just sort of rings out throughout the whole atmosphere. And the earth shakes like crazy. Have you all make dexterity saving throws again.
All right.
Cool, now that I'm a camel. Not the 20 seconds that I was a person.
18.
Can I throw Bardic Inspiration?
Hey,
Yeah, you can get
18
a
as
bardic
well.
inspiration on that if you need it.
I got it. I got 18, same as Robbie. Let's go.
16.
Okay.
Ooh, I got 20.
All right.
Hey,
You all keep your feet. You keep running as the ground is shaking all around you. And this loud throng of cicadas just drowns out. You can't even hear your own breath anymore. And then you see off to the side, your right, since you're moving west, this is kind of north of you, a few miles away across the desert, a huge plume of sand. Looks like a sandstorm erupted over there. And then this just massive hulking creature. A wall of chitin and flesh. And it sort of all buckles on itself. You can see that it collapses in places and reforms. And just kind of stands up on big, massive insect legs. And as it rises up, the sound just gets louder and louder. This is louder even than the shatter spell that you just heard. This cicada hum going. And then piercing out through all of that cicada throng, it speaks to you. And it says, "Our kingdom come." And that's where we end for this week.
yeah, I'm not gonna go. I don't care what
I
you
do
guys
not
think.
like
I'm
that.
not going.
This is going perfectly, team. Exactly how we planned it.
Holy shit.
You only get a second of hype. You're like, oh shit, it's dead. Oh.
That's oh my, what the fuck?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That's not
no, that's enough for me, dog.
Okay. We're We're
We're
okay.
fucked right now.
They have, hey, just
If it
remember,
follows us,
they have
we're
like
fucked.
they have pouches.
Yes,
Just
that
remember that.
was that.
Rather not.
What? That's just what? That was weird as hell.
Yeah,
These things are really ugly. They're really ugly, Dave.
they're not great looking.
You get a
That's
picture?
okay.
Yeah, do you have pictures of this?
I can give you a picture next week.
Okay,
Sounds good.
awesome, awesome. I'm down
Sick.
for that.
I want it to be like just a shadow, and it's like big old spooky shadow, and then it's just the crockatrice again.
So,
He's back. You thought you'd get away. He came back.
so, Dave, I do want to see a picture of it next week. Okay, but
This is yeah.
I
Listen to
want to
this.
see it.
He's gonna request something. This is Jason.
No. I'm not gonna. Well, kind of, sort
I'm
of.
making
Yes.
demands.
I just don't want to see the picture with us there fighting it.
Oh.
Please.
No, I want to be there.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to be there. That sounds scary as fuck, and it's gigantic. It looks like it'll just wink at us and we die.
If there's a bunch of creatures stuck to it, I would like to have Hashute stuck to it.
What? What?
Give up.
What?
It'd be so fun. Look at me.
Yeah, but no, that's wrong. No.
We'll have to wait and find out more next week.
I don't want to find out.
Thanks for playing.
Oh my
Good job, guys. You killed a bug.
Cry.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
did
that
kill
almost
a single bug.
almost took Kriv.
I did
And-
5 full points of damage.
In your defense, though, my first attack did 2.5.
Hey, I almost lost a
Oh,
magic
poor
sword.
4 dice.
But we all had our moment to shine. So next week we'll see how long those moments last. Until then, goodbye.